Hey, Jeremiah. Hey, everybody. How are y'all doing? Hope everybody's doing good. Trying something a little different tonight. Turned off all the lights other than my my ring lights. Hey, Data is amazing. Thanks for joining me. Could be a quiet evening in chat. I'm not sure. Hey, Connor. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Appreciate you coming in and showing your support as I giggle. How are you guys doing? Is everybody doing okay? You guys staying hopefully healthy? Hopefully. Hey, Jeremiah. It's been a long weekend here of like nonstop rain. So it's been a kind of a miserable weekend. I did get my run in though. I got my run in this morning. It was glorious. Got my 5 miles in. Got a little wet, but not too bad. Jeremiah, how's your family doing? Let's see. I'm trying to remember. I think I had to blow up my my browser so I could actually read this on my work computer. But I'm rearranging things on my screen. It's so confusing. Curious, you guys. Yeah. Thank God. Glad to hear that, John. That's good news. Gives us all a little bit of hope, right? With all the bad news circulating around. Was actually uploading overnight last night. I uploaded another video to my channel and I'm trying to figure out, oh, thank you. Okay, so everything is off and then I have 2 ring lights. So it's like dark in here because I'm at my desk in our basement. So not confirmed yet. Well, I'm glad she's doing better, Jonathan. That's good stuff. It's a little, it feels very bright to me, but it's all because it's all front lighting this time. Ah, Derek, Jeremiah's your brother here. All right, so we've got Jeremiah here who's acting as moderator for me, and it looks like his brother Derek is in here. So hi guys, hi both of you. Thanks for joining. Appreciate. So anyway, I was saying it's been raining all weekend. It's been kind of depressing. It's bad enough having to be cooped up in the house because of this whole virus pandemic thing, but then to be like truly locked up because of the rain kind of sucks. So, hey Derek. What would it look like with one? Let me see if I can find my on-off switches. Hang on. Let's see. Try this. What do you think? So that one's a little higher. The other one is like right over the back of the laptop camera, about a foot behind it. What do you guys think? It's a little bright. I could try to adjust it. God, I'm afraid I'll blind myself. It's a little bit. How's that? I know. I know, right? I completely like rearranged this, and when I unplugged them, they lost all their settings. So the first time I turned one on in my last live stream, I like was blinded because it was on like super white, super bright light. It was awful, but I don't know. I could try turning this one off. Let me turn the other one back on. Try that one. Ooh. We have that. Even darker. Ah. I like the warm light. I'm trying to figure out, I don't know what I'm doing here. That's too bright. It's hard. I can't see my controls in the dark. Posted a new video. All right, Jeremiah, I'm going to check it out. So we've got Data is amazing here. That's John. And then we've got Connor. Jeremiah, do you remember Connor? Skateboard, nice. It's a series. Okay, hang on. I got to go check out your video. Hang on, Jeremiah. So it's been an interesting weekend, I have to say, on the old YouTube front. All right, hang on, Jeremiah. Fun with Jeremiah. Go look and see what you got. Oh, quarantine cooking. Oh, sweet. So you Connor and Jonathan, so Jeremiah is 11 and he is already like an awesome cook. He's got some cooking stuff on his channel. He's kind of got a little bit of everything, but he's, hey, look at you. Bacon, eggs, yum. I like watching him cook some food. He's really good at, yep, you're 9. Sorry, messed that up. 9. Sorry, he's 9. So he's 9. He's like, he's cooking. This is awesome. He's going to make bacon eggs. Uh-oh, retracted. Good job, bud. So anyway, yeah, the ring lights are hard. I don't mind them on this like warm setting or warm tone, but like the blue light like that or that kind of weird blue light bothers me. So I'm just trying to make it like, I guess that's as dark as it goes. Oh yeah. Nope, not gonna do that. That's not too bad. Hello and welcome. Come on in, everybody. Don't forget to give a thumbs up. So I'm curious how everybody is surviving their couple weeks in sequester or quarantine. I think I've been quarantined for a week and a half. Next week will be my 2nd week. I think our governor, I think our restrictions started, it'll be 2 weeks ago this coming Wednesday. So although I started to self-quarantine earlier than that, so just because I didn't want to go into work, 100 and some people, it was kind of freaking me out. And I'm caring for my parents who definitely do not need to be out in the public. They are both definitely high at risk. So it's been crazy. But I got to run in on Friday and I got to run in today. And so that makes me happy. 3 weeks, Connor. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you get to go out do you have a garden to go out into, or can you get out and walk around? Like, we can move around a little bit. Obviously, we can go get groceries. If you have if you work and your work is required, we can go to do that. They actually don't mind us going to like parks and things as long as we make sure we're physically distancing ourselves from others. So it hasn't been too bad. They haven't really gotten harsh on that. No, nothing. You can go to the river. Well, that's good. I mean, just getting outside is much nicer. Derek and skate in the shop. So I'm appreciating the fact I can work from home. Although I would imagine if I am doing this for several weeks, it might get real old. But I have my office set up down here in the basement. Basically, my entire like area where I used to shoot my YouTube videos is now my work desk. So that's been interesting. I don't know if I should. I feel like this ring light is a little bright. Maybe I should try the other one. I feel like I'm just being like blinded. Turn that one on. Let me try this off. There. It's not like in my face as much. It's up there. Well, Derek and Jeremiah, you two sound like great brothers. Appreciate it. So I'm going to give you a thumbs up, Jeremiah, on your video. Looking good, cooking so far. So I'm trying to figure out what I can do to entertain myself and still stay locked down without going completely crazy. Been trying to do a little bit of cleaning. I know a lot of my friends are posting on social media. They are doing a lot of spring cleaning. I have a friend of mine, they moved into their house. They've got 3 boys under the age of 13, and they just moved into their new home. I think she said it was about like 14 months ago. And she's like, I'm finally getting to where I'm hanging pictures on the wall because she's been home for about a week and a half as well. So all your parks are shut down. So we are allowed to go to our parks. We are not allowed to use any of the equipment in the parks. So like kids' playgrounds are shut down. You're not allowed to be on those. And then if it's a large park that has any kind of picnic tables, you are not allowed to be involved or touching any of that, using any of that. But The bigger open green spaces are open for people to walk around. You could probably take your own soccer ball and kick a soccer ball around on your own. This weekend, not so much because of the weather, but we've had a lot of rain. But I know a lot. Obviously I said I went running, and I run close to some dog parks. And then there is we have a big county Coliseum type event space that's probably on about 200 acres of land. Lots of parking lots and stuff. They do a lot of big events and stuff in the buildings. And so it's actually considered a county park. And so I actually run up behind the dog park and around and get into that other part of what's considered the county park. And I just run through their parking lots to get my mileage in because nobody's there. And it's perfect. There's no traffic. There's nobody else there. So I can be quite distant from everybody. So that's been kind of nice to do, to get out. I would be going a little bit stir crazy if I couldn't get out and get some exercise. So it was really nice. I did see a lot of people, but everybody was giving each other a really wide berth, staying well away from each other. So I'm happy to say that the communities that I live in or I live near, most people seem to be using their brains about this physical distancing, and they're being smart about it. They're getting outside and getting some exercise, but they're staying away from each other. You can kind of tell, like, husbands and wives and children are together. Obviously, they're going to be because they live in the same house, but everybody else is staying well away from each other. So that's nice to see. Ooh, I don't know. I'm looking at your bacon right now because I'm kind of hungry. Looks good. I don't know. Are you going to do, how about a dinner? Do you have anything especial for dinner that you are interested in cooking? Do you cook for yourself, Jeremiah, or do you cook for like your entire family? Just curious. But your mom loves teaching you how to cook and cooking with you. I think you should do a dinner, some kind of dinner. I see I'm watching your video. You're adding your egg right now. You got your bacon all cooked up. Your egg is poaching right now. So mostly you. Oh, that's good. 9 years old, can make your own meals. I think that's awesome. Good job. I know a lot of 9-year-olds right now wouldn't even know how to turn on a stove, let alone cook a meal. So unless they're only using a microwave. But so Connor, what's the news out of the UK? Is there any good news? I know I think I saw something about they were worrying about the Queen because one of her attendants is positive now with the coronavirus. And of course, Prince Charles was positive with the coronavirus, and everybody's freaking out. Obviously, you don't want the Queen getting it. So anything interesting going on in the UK? I know your prime minister has it, and yeah, us here too. Just sad, awful news. Our president keeps patting himself on the back and telling everybody we have the best response of anybody in the world, while we all know that we have like the worst response because they don't have enough testing. They don't have enough personal protective equipment for the healthcare providers. They don't have enough ventilators, blah, blah, blah. So I don't even like to watch the news anymore. It's quite depressing. Yeah, he's horrid. Absolute. All he likes to do is go on and talk and talk and talk and talk, which he should be a YouTube person. But all he does is compliment himself, and he's infatuated with his television ratings when he does a press conference. Apparently, all he talked about on Twitter today was his television ratings. He is truly only a reality TV person, just clueless. Yeah, not a fan. Not a fan of him. So, yeah, I heard your prime minister was positive. He announced that earlier last week. Have they said how long, Connor, the UK is kind of on lockdown, or is it just certain areas are specific to certain areas? I'm not even sure. Are you in London, or are you in somewhere else in the UK? I can't remember if you said you were in like London proper or nearby, or somewhere else completely. I'm watching your video, Jeremiah. Your egg's almost done. You could eat the egg, Jeremiah. I'd eat all the bacon. Probably June. I know, right? I just can't even imagine. You are in London. That's nice. Semi-locked down. Yeah, I think that's probably very similar to us. I mean, I haven't gotten harassed by police for driving around and haven't been doing a lot of driving. Obviously, I went in to go grocery shopping. I think I did that on Friday after I went running. I went into town to go run with my friend, but that's kind of been it. So bacon is a food group. Yes, it is. Heather, I know, right? With sea salt. Rules are getting tighter, Connor. That's interesting. I'm wondering how they're going to do that here. If they're going to try to lock stuff down. I think for the most part, most people are doing pretty well. I still see some young people who are kind of gathering and getting together and being stupid. And I blame their parents for allowing that sort of stupidity. Because I think when you're a teenager, I think you don't want to listen to anybody. And I think you think you're pretty invincible and you're pretty selfish, I think, at that age. I think everybody goes through that phase. So, all right. So Jeremiah, maybe you and Derek can help me, even Connor and Jonathan. So do I want mint dark chocolate or just straight up dark chocolate? Or both? One right now. I'm trying not to be a big sweet eater, but I already ate my dinner and mint. I'm kind of with Jonathan. I love dark chocolate and mint. It is just amazing. Connor votes mint. All right, mint. Mint dark chocolate, its own food group. So I'm guessing that the saying on the inside of this will be the same as it's been on all the other mint ones, which is, yes, it is, your vibe attracts your tribe. So thank you to my tribe for being here. Appreciate you guys. Got that gone. Here we go. Take a little dark chocolate and mint between the tongue and the gums, or the cheek and the gums. Pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good. Looks like you pulled the egg off and you still got your bacon going. Can't believe that you haven't eaten that bacon yet on your video there, Jeremiah. Because bacon could be a meal in and of itself. There we go. Adding the bacon to his plate. Some of it anyway. I see you cook with gas. That's impressive, Jeremiah. I do not. We're electric because we live out in the middle of nowhere and we don't have natural gas even remotely near us. So we have electric for cooking, and natural gas would be lovely, but it's not an option. So we have propane for other things, but we do not cook with propane. I don't know too many people that do, other than camping. So I have electric for cooking. So it's not great. It is what it is. But nice to see a couple people are in here. I was I noticed I had a couple people after my last live stream that messaged that they didn't realize I was on a live stream. I was going to check my comments and see if I could let her know. Oop. I know what I'm doing wrong. I'm in the wrong YouTube app. I was in the studio app. That really, I like to look at my comments in the actual YouTube app on my phone. Cool House double chocolate dirty mint chip. Oh, Jonathan, why are you so mean to me? That sounds amazing. Where do you get those when you're on the lockdown? Okay, I'm going to let her know. Never heard of them, and I want one now, Jonathan. So that's just mean. Whole Foods, okay. Wonder if they deliver all the way out in the middle of Nowheresville. We do have a Whole Foods in the city where I work. Probably would be about I don't think where the nearest one would be in that city. Probably a good 30-minute drive in just to go to Foods for some ice cream sandwiches. I might have to do that. So double chocolate dirty mint chip. Oh, that sounds good. Yeah, I do the whole ketogenic diet thing. So like literally, this is like I might eat 1 or 2 of these a day. Well, okay, I'll lie. I might eat 3 or 4 of these throughout the whole day, and that's kind of it. Not too many of these because they're the Dove. Let me see if I can find one. Hang on. My absolute obsession is peanut butter cup. These are actually Russell Stover sugar free, so they're not quite as sickeningly sweet to me as actual like real chocolate is, even though it's dark chocolate and it's not nearly as sweet as milk chocolate is. This is sweet. Like 1 or 2 of these and but they're melting because it's kind of warm in here. Trying to figure out if I have a napkin or something. Tissue. Because the chocolate's melting all over my fingers. So good. So, oh, Jeremiah, seriously? You got to make a video. I want to see you make ice cream. So are you going to, you know what you should do? Make a video. Do you make your own sandwich, which would be like a cookie? You could do that. You could make your one video would be like making the cookies, and then the next video would be doing the whole making the whole ice cream sandwich thing. And have you ever, Jeremiah, made your own ice cream? That can be a lot of fun. It takes a long time, but it actually can be a lot of fun. You need an ice cream maker, but all right, bud. I did give you a thumbs up. I know we can't comment on your channel, but Connor and Jonathan, if you get a moment and you haven't already friended Jeremiah's channel, he is ranked as a under 13 channel, so it depends on what you want to do there, but I know he would appreciate it. 2 ingredients, yeah, right. Cookies and ice cream. Yummy. 2 amazing food groups. So Connor, is it like middle of the night for you right now, my friend? Like 2 o'clock in the morning? Aw, going to sleep. I'm sorry to keep you up. Thank you so much, my friend. Let us know if you got any interesting news. Hope you stay healthy. For sure. Yeah. You see what's going on my phone, if there's anything interesting going on. Yeah, crickets chirping. Crickets chirping. Yeah, crickets chirp. Total crickets chirping. I'm responding to you, Jonathan. I really am. I want to try those mint chocolate chip. Amazing, yummy, smelling, sounding, tasting ice cream sandwiches. That is a plan. Someday when the lockdown lifts, maybe in 3 years when we're allowed out of our homes again, maybe I'll be able to go get some of those ice cream sandwiches. All right. Right there. The last little melty part of my Dove. So how was your sorry, clicking off your video and back onto your channel. How was your day, Jeremiah and Derek, if Derek's still in there? All right. Got your video back on. Jeremiah, the last music one you did, For some reason, the thumbs up I gave it the last time didn't stick. So I'm going to go ahead and let it play. You guys ready to start off with your schoolwork again tomorrow? Or are you just kind of doing a little bit every day? Doesn't matter if it's the weekend. I know our local public broadcasting service, TV station plans on doing a lot of educational television programs throughout the work week for kids to be able to tune into, and they have it all ranked. Certain times of the day, every day will be to certain grades. So I think that's pretty cool. Kids can follow along, learn math and spelling and all kinds of good stuff. I think that's pretty cool. Did you ring the bell on my channel? I don't know if that works for an under 13 YouTube channel. I'm not sure how that works. Might not be an option for you. I'm glad you're checking. I actually meant to. You did hit the bell. Okay. It might be because you're under 13 channel. YouTube might have taken that away. I would not be surprised that, because I'm obviously not made for kids channel. So they probably, since yours is, they probably took that option away, thinking that I'm like trying to sell you something. But I'd like to sell you this bag of chocolate. Anyway, I got your video on again, Jeremiah. The 1 hour, the second 1 hour video with the music. For some reason, when I gave it a thumbs up, it didn't stick. So did it again. Oh, and I can actually comment on this one. I'm gonna leave you a comment, Jeremiah. I'm trying to think of what else we can chat about that's not virus related or depressing or any of the above. I gotta put my chocolate away. If I have it near me, I'm gonna keep eating it. I don't need to do that. So are you and your brother getting outside to do any, like you guys getting out and getting fresh air? You're in such a nice state. I'm not sure where you are in the state, and you certainly do not need to be sharing that, but I'm sure that wherever you are on the West Coast, I'm sure that your weather is nicer than ours. Most of our snow is gone now. We were laughing when I was running today with my friend because there's a couple, like I said, I run in this area. It's a big parking lot for a big concert type thing that's part of our county parks. And, they get like massive amounts of snow from plowing their parking lots all winter. And we still have some pretty good sized snow piles that are trying to melt. But that's it. I mean, we haven't had actual snow in weeks. So, but it's been pretty gross here. My parents are doing well. I spoke to my mom, asked her how they were doing. She's like, we've been locked down on 3 weeks now. I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. I think they're trying to not go stir crazy. My father likes to do what's called find a grave. So they go to graveyards and cemetery, burial grounds, a lot of like small town burial grounds where people, maybe people's families have moved away. Apparently it's a website. It's kind of like geocaching, but you're logged in on there, and people can say, you tell people where you're located. And then if there's somebody who says, hey, I think I've got a relative buried, per the records, they're supposedly buried at such and such a township's burial ground. They ask for like, can you go, identify the grave, get a picture of it. And then they always take the GPS coordinates as well when they're there. It's kind of a thing. It's like geocaching. That's the only thing they're doing when they get out of the house. And I think that's great. It gets them out of the house. They can go on a drive and they won't run into anybody because there's never anybody really hanging out at the cemetery. So they can get out, they get some fresh air, they get a drive. They're not sitting in the house going stir crazy. and watching a lot of terrible TV or whatever. So, but they seem to be healthy. They're doing well in that regard. I know my brother and his wife are kind of like me, and we are all kind of trying to find things to do with ourselves under the four walls of our homes, but we're doing well. Nope, no kids. Nope, we don't have kids. So in that regard, we don't have to worry about keeping them entertained or educated. I guess I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but no, Hubsters and I do not have children, so we are going crazy just on all our own, right? So I guess I feel very lucky that I am working. I actually logged in and did I did about 2.5 hours of work today for work to finish out my work week. So that was good. I got my full 40 hours in. I was originally planning on taking, or had planned and was taking last week, Monday, off of work. And that is when we found out we were going to be going on lockdown in the state. And so I actually had such a bad headache last week on Monday. I had actually said I wasn't coming in, and I think it was like late morning, the news came across and said we were going to be going into lockdown. Non-essential businesses were going to close. So at that point, I think by noon, or actually it was just ahead of the lunch hour, I went ahead in and logged into my computer here and actually just started working. So I think I got 5 hours of work in on Monday. So I had to make some work hours up towards the end of the week here to get to my full 40. So I didn't have to use any personal time, but it was good. He quit his Amazon job. Is that because he was concerned about the virus, or is it because he did not like working at Amazon? I could see either one. Oh, today. Okay. Was he concerned about his safety, or did he just not like his job? Oh, delivery. Oh. So was he driving like a big truck from a warehouse to like candy? Ooh. We have, what do they call them? We have like the Amazon like local drop-off pickup points, but we don't actually have like personalized delivery anywhere near where I live. Even in the big city, we don't. Not yet. They're getting closer. They've got like the lockers. I think they call them like Amazon lockers or something, but oh, candy. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I get it. The whole candy thing. It's scary. The virus. That's fine. You can say it. You can actually say it now. But I know I mean, my work is essential. We support critical infrastructure. So I feel blessed to be able to do my work from home because we do need to keep working. I think I will have to go into the office probably either Tuesday or Wednesday this coming week, and I'm really not looking forward to that. I'm hoping to kind of get in and out. I do know a lot of people are working from home, so it should be fairly quiet. And I know the area that I work in, where my office and desk space are. All my coworkers in that area took our stuff home, so I don't expect to run into too many people, but I think I'm going to have to do a little bit of walking around the office and getting a couple things done. I don't know. I'm a little concerned about it. Not really excited. Kind of the whole point of staying at home is avoiding people, and then having to go into the office is not exciting. That's not avoiding people. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I did message a couple of my coworkers on Friday, and so far it sounded like everybody was doing well, but don't know. I guess, the thing is, you don't necessarily know you have it until you really get sick. So not at all looking forward to that. Trying to search for a way of how I can do stuff from home. I have this stack of work that all needs to be scanned onto our server, and I don't have a means to do any scanning here at home, other than, you know, you can use like a PDFing app from your phone, which takes like a picture. And I've done that on a couple things, but I mean, the quality just is not like using an actual scanner. So that might be why I have to go in. So, excuse me. Ooh, that was some good chocolate. Makes me cough though. Yeah, so anyway, trying to think of things I can do to, you know, I'm surprised. I was going to make more videos. I just uploaded one, and I need to, you know, continue on. Excuse me. I was making the thumbnail for it. And I need to continue doing like all the settings and everything in YouTube. I got to finish filling out the description because I need to do quite a bit of research to put more information in my description box. But I don't know. I guess I thought I would have been a little bit more at it being at home. Like I would have been all over that. But I think the problem is because I sit here now like all day for work. I kind of don't want to sit here all night doing like my YouTube stuff every night. So I don't know. It's been weird. I don't know. I need to be better. I need to be more disciplined, Jeremiah. The other thing, and I'm trying to figure out, so my channel is in review for monetization. So I'm trying to figure out like, oh, you know, I've got a number of videos I've uploaded to my channel, like, but I was hoping to get more, a little quicker turnaround on monetization. So I wouldn't have to, you know, I could save some of these videos, but now I kind of feel like I'm having to at least release one video each week just to keep my channel kind of out there and relevant. So I'm kind of doing that. I'm actually going to, I'm in my studio, and I think I'm going to go ahead and, you know, publish one of them, because I mean, you have to keep your channel relevant. So you can't just sit and wait for YouTube. You know, they're all sequestered at home for the virus as well. So it's kind of what I'm planning is to, so I think I'll go ahead and publish one of these. I think I'll just schedule it for, I don't know if I should do it for tonight since we're live streaming. I think I'll do it for tomorrow morning. Maybe like mid-morning my time or something, and let that happen. I don't know. It's hard. You know, you want to save like videos for when you actually get monetized, but I could be sitting and waiting for another month or two. I mean, no idea. I know YouTube, if you go in, Jeremiah, if you go in your studio and you go to the dashboard, you can kind of link into a bunch of stuff that YouTube wants you to know. And I mean, they're saying that monetization reviews are easily going to be over a month now. So the average was a month before the virus. And of course, now they're saying everything's really backed up. And so I don't know. I don't know. It's just frustrating. I don't know. I guess I don't know what to do. So I think I'm going to just keep making at least one or two, like, I mean, I know I'm doing my live stream stuff, obviously, but I don't really live stream and talk a lot about like what I normally do on my channel, which is more like healthy skincare, healthy living, healthy lifestyle kind of thing. So I feel like we're just kind of on here talking either about YouTube or about our health and the coronavirus. So I don't know. What do you think, Jeremiah? I don't know if Jonathan's still in here or not. But I'm just, I think I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to go ahead and put like one beauty video out a week, beauty / skincare / whatever. Did I tell you guys actually like a week ago? Was it a week ago? A week ago, I got a couple pairs of running shoes. It was they had not locked our city down, but they were basically saying it was going to happen. And I quick ran and got 2 pairs of running shoes because I figured I might not be able to get a couple pairs of shoes for like 6 months. I mean, I have no idea, right? So, yeah, I got, on Friday, I ran in my new pair. I didn't today because we were running in the rain, so I used my old pair, but they are the ugliest shoes on the planet because of the color. Like, I hate the color, but I just don't care because I'm super happy to have a new pair of shoes. My old shoes are pretty much worn out. They're pretty much like, I've almost completely worn through the surface of the bottom of the shoe. So it was getting to be kind of desperate. I'm trying to, there we go, learn it. I'm trying to add some tags into my, see if make the video. What are you eating for dinner, Jeremiah? There we go, got it to work. You'll have to make us a video of cooking something for dinner. I think that's a great idea. Have you thought about what you want to make? I'm trying to think of what. We've been trying to like figure out like different, things to eat every day. Obviously, I'm trying to only shop for myself, my family, my husband and I, and then my parents. I'm trying to get that all done once per week so that I'm limiting my exposure out in public. So it's kind of made it hard to like, kind of towards the end of the week, you're trying to figure out what you got left in the cupboard. We've done like soups. We blow through almost all the fresh vegetables fairly quickly. So it's been kind of hard. Chicken. Oh yeah, there you go. Definitely. I like doing, or like even like a roast beef or something, or like a pork roast or something like that. I'm doing something like that in the crock pot, or we didn't get an Instapot yet, and I should probably look into that. Maybe try to grab but someday after the quarantine ends, maybe. I know I've got a friend who's got, I think, 2 or 3 Instapot cookbooks. Be curious to borrow one of hers and see what I thought of all that. And then maybe we'll get an Instapot. We've got a crock pot here. So I don't mind doing like roasts, either pork roast or a beef roast in the crock pot. Kind of plug it in the morning and let it simmer and cook and get all soft and juicy all day. It's always fun. Anyway, I'm trying to figure out what else I want to do. I think I'm going to launch this video. So I was digging through a cabinet like 2 weeks ago, and I came upon this like facial mask that I had bought, and I think I had used it twice, and somehow it had gotten like pushed into the back of the cabinet and forgotten about. And so I pulled it out and I was like, oh, I remember this. And it's actually discontinued now. Like, the manufacturer doesn't make it. So I actually did a video for fun, pulled it out and used it again. I actually really like the product. I'm not sure why they discontinued it. Couldn't find any information on a Google search or anything as to why they discontinued it. I just think that they decided to make a different product because coming out with new products is always really exciting for, manufacturers. So I think that was probably what they were doing, but okay. So anyway, it was kind of fun. That's the one I'm going to release. I think I shot this video like literally 2 weeks ago. So I don't know, since I have no idea when my monetization might actually be determined. I think I'm just going to go ahead and publish this and just try to keep working on creating more videos and keeping some of the newer ones held back for possible monetization. It's interesting, like in the YouTube phone app, the studio. It's really cool to see like all the little monetization details pop up when they, like if I go to my videos in here, which is, that's kind of what it looks like. If I like click on a video, probably should not click on a live stream one. Here, one of my last releases. Which one should I do? My Ipsy. I'll just look at my Ipsy review. It's kind of fun because when you look at it, there's you can find little details about like monetization. I mean, they do reference it, which is really cool to see. But it's frustrating that it hasn't actually, nothing's moving. I mean, I get it. We're all locked up. They can only do so much work from home. I mean, I do get that, but it's kind of frustrating. Let's see. Anyway, I am unsure how long it'll be. So Jeremiah, what kind of chicken dinner are you going to do? Are you going to do like roasted chicken? Are you going to do deep fried? There's a million different ways to make chicken. I'm curious. I'm going to do like a rosemary garlic chicken with a super special cream sauce or something fancy. It'd be kind of fun. Because there's a million cool recipes that you can pull off the internet to make some pretty amazing dishes. That's one of the things we've been talking about doing, is trying to find new things to make with our limited food stores in our home. Trying to figure out, I got to see what's going on here and email land. I'm getting some emails. Saying hello to my friend. Who is stuck. She is stuck on vacation because of the travel restrictions. Hope she's doing well. I'm going to let her know I'm on live stream right now. There. I don't know if she would be able to join, but ooh, gravy and chicken. You could do, so do you make the side dishes, or are you still just focusing on making the main dish? Because you can do all sorts of really cool side dishes with a chicken dinner. You can make homemade biscuits if you like to do. Personally, if I'm going to eat bread, any kind of bread or biscuit, buttermilk. I love buttermilk. Like toast, buttermilk muffins, biscuits, whatever. Oh man, main dish. There you go. Gravy. So yeah, yummy. One of my absolute favorite dishes that I like to get if we ever go out to dinner, and if we ever get to go to a restaurant again, I love a good Parmesan crusted chicken breast. There's a restaurant chain. It's called Longhorn. I think they're all over the United States. I love their Parmesan crusted chicken dinner. Oh, it's so good. It's like my favorite. I obsess. And I got all my friends onto it. I got my sister-in-law into it. I got my two best friends loving it. So good. It is just divine. So anyway, might be a little bit crazy in that regard. So how do you make it, Jeremiah? Walk me through your recipe. Do you do a baked chicken? Do you do a fried chicken? How do you do it? Do you do like a whole chicken, or do you get like just some chicken breasts from the butcher, or how do you do that? I don't mind like chicken legs, the dark meat, but I actually prefer the white meat. lately. Although I think eating a ketogenic diet, I probably should do a little bit more of the dark meat. I think it's got a little bit more fat to it, but I guess I'm not real good on that. I'm trying to grab my link to add cards into my videos. Oh, you don't make chicken. Is that what you're having dinner? Oh, yummy. Well, I bet you could make chicken, Jeremiah. I'm sure you could. I am sure you could. It actually, I think, is not all that terribly difficult. It's just making sure that you get it thoroughly baked, obviously, like anything. Go. I'm editing the video that I'm going to release tomorrow. I'm making sure my cards are the ones that I want. And then I got to do my end screens. I'm trying to do all that. Let's see. There we go. Chicken and gravy. So what was your side dish for dinner, Jeremiah? You're not talking much, my friend. Yeah, my hair's like, do you like my hat? Boss Snow Plows. We get snow. A lot of snow sometimes. Unfortunately. Hey, hello. Thanks for joining. Good to see you, my lady. I hope you're healthy and your family is doing well across the seas. Missed you. Hope you're doing well. Good morning, I think, for you. It's good evening here. Sunday night here, but good morning for you. I know, right? You like my hat, Jeremiah? It's hiding my hair because I was outside and it was raining out and it kept me from getting rained on. So thanks for popping in. Will you give me a thumbs up, Pinky? Appreciate that. Good to see you, my good friend. Cranberry. Ooh. So do you was it the canned cranberry or did she make like a homemade cranberry sauce? We missed you, Pinky. I hope you're doing well and you guys are okay. It's got to be getting hard it's got to be nice to be home with family, but at the same point in time, I'm sure it's stressful not being in your own home and being kind of stuck. It's pretty miserable situation for the world right now. Canned, okay. Yeah, I don't know too many people who make the homemade cranberry sauce. It's definitely challenging. They actually grow cranberry north of me. Way up north, I think they do. They've got cranberry bogs. I've heard about it. So I don't mind dried cranberries, but cranberries are not like a big, I don't know. They're okay. I like them like dried cranberries on salads, that kind of thing. But I'm not like a real fan of tart. I don't mind it every now and then, but it's not something that I think I chase down as much. So I don't do a whole lot of cranberry all that often. I think it's usually for the holidays. We do some cranberry, but is what it is. All right, I got my tags set in my video that I'm gonna release tomorrow. I've got 2 cards and I've got my end screen set. It's not a long video. It's just under 12 minutes, so it's not exciting and huge. No links needed to be added to it, so it's pretty easy. And I've got it set to premiere tomorrow. So got that done. Trying to do at least one channel video per week, as well as obviously my live streams. So I can go back and look at the one I uploaded last night. Actually, I need to. know why it's telling me it's not saving it. It's kind of frustrating. I have some trouble sometimes with this YouTube Studio. It says it saves it, and I like don't do anything. And then it suddenly like tells me I've made changes and I'm going to discard them, and it doesn't give me the save button. There, we'll go with that. Is that going to do it? That's going to do it. Okay. Yeah, whatever. Discard the changes. Whatever you got to do, YouTube. Crazy. I find that frustrating. The premiere. Well, thank you. So you might not actually be awake. I'm not sure when you get up. Let's see. You're a couple hours behind me, and I have this scheduled pretty early in the morning for you. But I think you might be up by then. I think I did it at like 9:15. I don't even know now. It's crazy. Let me look. Let me see what I got going on. Videos. I don't even know. It's crazy. It's not even saying it. Probably because we're in live stream. That's annoying. Hey, Organic Beauty. Thank you. How you doing, lady? You guys surviving the weekend with all the miserable weather we've had? It has been so annoying. The rain, like, pretty horrid. Frustrating. The wind, the rain has just made life. Can't even get outside hardly with this weather. It's been terrible. 9 a.m. Yeah, that's it for tomorrow. Okay. So Jeremiah, my video that's going to go be published and premiere tomorrow morning would be 7 o'clock in the morning for you. So it's premiering at 9 a.m. Central Time. I'm in the Central Time Zone. So Organic Beauty, I'm releasing a skincare, sort of a skincare type video tomorrow. I was telling them earlier, I found an old clay mask, tube of clay mask I had bought like several years ago. And I think I'd used like half the tube, and then somehow it had like gone to I must have forgotten it. You know, it's not a big like tube. So it was only like that big. And somehow I'd gotten like pushed to the back of the cabinet, and I had forgotten I had it. Because it had probably fallen over and I just couldn't see it. And I was cleaning like a couple weeks ago and pulled it out of my cabinet and was like, oh my gosh, I forgot I had this. So I was like, oh, we'll do it a review. Well, so I went to like do a little like Googling to see, you know, any reviews. It's like such an old discontinued product. So I thought it was kind of fun. I actually just did this video about using discontinued beauty products. It's just fun. It's like 12 minutes long or something, but I really like the clay mask. I don't know why they stopped using it, other than I think they wanted to just create new clay mask products. So it was kind of entertaining. I'm going to publish that one tomorrow morning for a little fun. So, but yeah, I think I figured out this like product got discontinued like 5 or 6 years ago. So I've had it in the back of my bathroom cabinets for like a long time, clearly. So, but it was nice. I did try it, you know, like I said, when I made the video, and I didn't have any issues with it. Skin sensitivity, which sometimes worries me, but it was good. So I'll keep using it until I can finally use it out, but it's kind of a funny video. That'll be tomorrow, tomorrow at 9 o'clock our time. Oh, I know. So what have you been up to, Organic Beauty? What did you guys do to entertain yourselves this weekend? Because the struggle was real with the weather. I got a run in on Friday, and I got a run in today. Got a little wet today, but it wasn't too bad. It was just kind of misting and a little drizzly for part of my run, but then it was fine. It actually got like partly sunny out for like the last 20 minutes of my run. So, but then the wind hit and it was like shaking the house, and it was so windy and horrid. So ended up locked back up in the house because the weather was atrocious. Oh, you leaving for a little while or for the night, Jeremiah? Hopefully before you take off, you'll let me know. A little. So you think you'll be back? I'm going to probably, we've been on for 1 hour. I will probably do at most 1 hour more. Okay. Well, hopefully we'll see you, my friend. Otherwise, take care of yourself. We'll see you on the next live stream, Jeremiah. But thanks for joining in. Oh, yes, definitely. Organic beauty. Let's do that. Oh, that'd be perfect. That is a great idea. I'm having issues with my little chat thing here. There it goes. There we go. That's a great idea. You know what I would love to, I should review is the like glossing serum. I am like infatuated with that stuff. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Put a little bit in every time I wash my hair, which like maybe twice a week, just to keep the tangles. It's wonderful, wonderful stuff. But have you been, you haven't messaged me. Have you done any more videos? I haven't seen anything. I'm trying to go in and look. Thought I had the bell rung on your, pretty sure I double checked it actually. Last time I was looking at your, let's see, your channel. Let me see if I can find you. I don't know why it does this. Seriously? Every browser in YouTube, like trying to like just search for channels. There we go. Oh, where are you at? Pretty sure I got the bell rung on your channel, but where are you in here? God, it's so annoying. I'm still having trouble. Oh, something you can't trust too much. I'm scared by what you mean by that, Organic Beauty. Organic Beauty. Where are you? You have to keep putting people to your channel because finding you is not easy. Why are you not coming up in my search? You are not coming up in my search at all. You didn't change your, no, I can still see. So it is you. So where and why are you not in here? Okay. Into subscriptions. Where are you in my subscription bar? It's frustrating. So I'm trying to search on your channel and having a horrid time. All right, let's try a bunch of different ways. Trying a bunch of different ways to see if I can. All it's bringing up is videos. That's really freaking annoying. Well, hitting the old filter here. Channels, come on, bring up the channels. All right, filtering it on channels. See if I can find you in here. There are like 30 or 40 organic beauty channels. There you are. All right. Yep. Got the bell. Hey, 12 subscribers. It's good stuff. So cool. All right. So I do have the bell checked on there. You can't trust too much. I'm curious what you mean by that. But that's okay if you don't want to tell me. You can tell me later and text me. All right, why is this being like this? YouTube's being horrid. There we go. Okay. So how are your kids doing? Organic Beauty? Anybody else cut their hair? Give it at home hairstyling going on? Hope not. I trying to keep my ends from totally like getting all gnarly, but they are they're a little dried. Need to put a little oil on them. So I'm trying to figure out who all still is here. Hello to whoever all is still here. Kind of curious. Jonathan, are you still in here? I know Jeremiah had to pop out for a little bit. Let's see here. Go hit that one. Oh, okay. Appreciate it. Just trying to figure out who's still in here because the numbers are popping in and out a little bit. I'm getting like the number of viewers kind of is popping back and forth a little. Don't know who's in and out. Nice to see some people from the groups in here. Appreciate some of the people talking about that. I know who it is. It's Pinky. That's cool. So let's see. I'm trying to tag you guys on your channels in the comments a little bit. Oh, I don't know. What do you guys want to talk about? The frustrations of being cooped up. It's hard. Do a little bit looking at my analytics on my channel while I wait for YouTube to decide whether or not they're going to let me monetize. That's been frustrating. My revenue tab is there, but in limbo. Always, always, for sure. It's good to see Connor, too. Appreciated him coming in. It's nice to see the revenue tab, but I really wish that, like, it was activated, like, there was a decision. I'm not really worried that they're going to say no. Just the sitting and waiting is frustrating. Maybe I'll make a nickel on my first month if I ever get monetized. Checking out some of my, I haven't looked at my analytics too deep over the weekend. But it's kind of fun to look at. So it's pretty cool to dig down into the analytics. Yeah, I need to, I do most of my thumbnail creation on my phone. It's just, I find it easier that way. And I cheat using the apps that are available on the phones. I don't know. If I had access to a little bit better stuff, I probably would use it. I know some people have suggested some of the online tools. Have you, Jonathan, do you have any suggestions on those? I know a group member mentioned Photor. I've never tried that. I don't really want to pay for yet another service. I pay to use Kinemaster. It's just their couple bucks a month subscription to be able to edit my videos and not have their watermark in them. But don't know. Kind of was thinking something that's fairly easy to use. Canva. Canva is free. All right, I'll check into that. I'm going to write it down. Oh, this is old information. Canva. I'll give that a check out. I'll check that out tomorrow. I know, and I don't know whether I want to keep using Kinemaster because it seems quite restrictive. It's not letting me use some of the animation stuff I want to add in. It seems pretty restricted in that regard, and so I'm finding that to be really annoying, I guess. So I don't know. It's, you know, I'm not on like the greatest internet here because we are out in the middle of nowhere. And so, oh, let's see, hang on. My video I uploaded overnight was it 8 gigabytes? The video was just under 20 minutes. I think it was like 8 gigabytes, and it like took all night to upload. So we do not have very good upload speed here. It's probably like 1.5 gigabytes per hour or something. I don't know. I don't remember what the megabits per second is. I feel like it's like 2.5 or something, but it literally took like all overnight to upload this video last night. So as far as like trying to edit videos online using like a free online editor, I just don't, you know, it'd take all night to upload just to get them uploaded into whatever freeware system just to be able to edit them. And then I'd have to find a way to transfer them into YouTube. And I'm not sure that that's ideal. You know, I live out in the country, and so we don't have DSL here. We just, we had really no options up until a few years ago other than that crappy satellite stuff, which was just garbage. So I used to do a lot of tethering with my phone. And of course, you're restricted on your data when you do that. But our local township, because we are literally, everybody's kind of in the same situation out here in the country, they actually got in with a service provider to provide us LTE, which is 4G data for us to have internet. And it actually has been really good. We don't pay like per gigabyte. It's unlimited data. And so, I mean, I, being a YouTuber, use a ton of data per month. So how they tier it and how they make you pay for it is you pay for speed. So that's been the fight in the house, is how much speed to pay for, because of course, as a YouTuber, I want the speed. I want the stuff to like not take all night long to upload my videos. Now, I used to be able to go in and sneak at work and do a little uploading on their internet, which is much, much faster. But obviously, with us being sequestered in our homes, I'm having to rely on this. So I generally, like, I get the video all ready to upload. I get it all. And then before I go to bed, I started uploading, and it can upload all night when nobody's doing anything. But it's frustrating because it takes all night. The short videos, like if I do like a 10 or 11 or 12-minute video, they only take a couple hours. So they're always done in the morning. But this morning, this video was just finishing up in the morning. It like and I think that might be, I have to say it might be due to the fact we were having storms overnight. I'm sure that somewhat affects things, but it's just frustrating. I mean, it's nice to live out in the country. Everybody's sequestered in their home. I've got a huge amount of acreage I can wander around on when I'm going crazy and tired of like the four walls of the house. But we miss out on the simple things in life that most people in the city take for granted. Like, we don't have cable TV. We have either over the air, or we have to have satellite. So satellite for TV. So, and our internet kind of stinks. So I guess it's a give and take. I am going to sneeze. I am like, seriously. Sorry about that, you guys. Kind covered my mouth, throwing away my tissue, being a good citizen, and covering my sneeze. Da Vinci Resolve. Okay, I'm writing it down. Oop, so I don't drop my pen. Oh, that's sweet. Does it reduce the quality a whole lot? I'm writing it down. I'm shooting with my phone, so it's not like the highest high resolution, but they are HD videos. That's awesome. I will check that out. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Is it something that you download on your computer or your phone? Because I would be up for probably either at this point. Kinemaster was good, but I'm about ready to end my subscription and be done with it because it's gotten a little bit more frustrating to use. So I actually have to look at. I was making a thumbnail for the video I uploaded, and I never got around to putting it actually into. Oops, wrong one. Into. I guess I didn't, when I uploaded the video, I didn't actually upload the, this will be what it is. I don't know if you guys can even see that. I'm not sure you can see that, but it's my glossy box review. So I think I will email it to myself because if I plug in my phone right now, you guys will yell at me because it'll be bad news bears. Where is my email? So that I can kind of do it each without too much loss. Okay, that's cool. Okay. Hey, Mo. Thank you. Thanks for joining us. Hope you're doing well. Hope your family is healthy. We're just kind of, I'm getting some tips on some editing software to try. I am kind of lamenting about living out in the sticks, living out in the middle of nowhere and having adequate internet. I mean, I know it's actually fairly fast. I'm trying to think of what level we pay for. We don't have their super fast. I think we've got like their mid-grade speed, which has been pretty good. I have to say, coming down to the fact it was really horrible weather-wise this weekend, and I was pretty much finding myself going a little stir crazy in the house. I did go on with my Amazon Prime and started I did download or streamed some movies, and I had like zero problems, which was just awesome because, wasn't the only one in the house, obviously. So that was it was nice. I had zero. We used to have a horrible time with downloading anything. We had that god awful internet from the satellite providers, and I don't care what they say on the television, they lie. It's horrid service. We could only stream a movie with their supposedly wonderful service. You could only stream a movie at like 2 o'clock in the morning. So we got rid of that. Yeah. Oh, for sure. But I live out in the middle of nowhere on a farm. And so our internet is, well, up until recently, it was horrid, but we have LTE, which is, it's kind of like cellular. So it's an improvement over the horrible satellite service that was our only other choice for so long. It was awful. You just couldn't do anything with it. Where is my mouse? Here we go. Let's see. There we go. Trying to find my mouse. So, yeah. So Mo, I had yesterday. So I'm the president of a nonprofit, and we had our annual meeting, and the board of directors and I tried I think 3 times to use like one of those online presentation things. They have a million different names for them. There's the GoTo meetings, there's Link or Skype, There's like free conferencing, free web conferencing. We tried a whole bunch of different services and they were so overloaded. All of our test trials failed. And so what we ended up doing was my work, I have a conference line through work for what I do. It's a personal conference line. So we just ended up not even streaming the presentation. We just like put it to PDF and emailed it out to our membership so that they could follow along, and everybody just called in on the conference line. We did that yesterday. And I mean, even these free services, they're conference lines because they use, it's VoIP, it's voice over internet. We kept getting server errors, and even like their telephone thing wasn't working, like to just be able to do it. So I feel very fortunate that I had my own personal call-in number from work, and I was able to use that. So everybody is on the internet right now for sure. And I do know, so I have a totally different cell phone provider than my husband does, which is kind of amusing, but I've just kept mine. I've kept what I've had for forever, and he's kept what he's had for forever. And his provider is like, he's gotten, I think, 2 or 3 text messages over the last week where they keep increasing and giving more free data because they're stuck at home. A lot of people are having to like tether. If they don't have internet access at home, they may have to like tether their work computers to their phones. Or it's just, teaching kids, however it works. They're giving a lot of free data away, which is really nice to see. But I get free data on my phone, so I guess it doesn't bother me too much. And we have, obviously here in the house, we've got the Wi-Fi, and we don't pay for data in that regard either. But it's been interesting trying to do anything online in the last week, and it's certainly not going to get any better. I don't think. So let's see. Thank you, Jonathan. I appreciate it. I actually have to tell you that you would have felt really sorry for me a couple of years ago because we had garbage. So like just to have LTE is way better than, we have like no other option. I mean, there is like no other option. So for the last 3 or 4 summers, like along our property, because we're kind of along, part of our farm is along a major highway, and then part of the farm is obviously on a side road. So they have gone past each summer, actually, I don't know if they did it last summer, but maybe the 2 prior summers, they kept bringing fiber optic through. And we're like, are we going to get good internet with this? They're like, oh, we don't know. We're just the people who bury all the fiber optic. We don't know what it's for. And I'm like, seriously? Like, if you're bringing fiber optic through, can I get like internet and internet, please? And nothing yet. So I don't know. It's annoying. It frustrates me to no end, but, I'm crabby. I'm crabby about it, but we at least have the LTE option. And if I want to pay through the nose, I can increase my speed anytime. I think there's 2 more tiers that I can, if I want to pay more money, I can increase 2 more speeds higher. So right now with everything going on in the world, I don't really feel like shelling out any more money than we already are with, the economy the way it is. And so far, I feel very secure in my job and feel very fortunate in that regard. But hubby, with his business, everything is kind of questionable as well. So it's frustrating. I know it's everybody. So we're just being careful in that regard. You live in the sticks too, yeah. Hello, Ellie. I live in the central part of the United States, kind of northern central part of the United States. So I live in the middle of nowhere, which isn't too bad. I'm about a 15 to 25, depending on where, minute drive from a bigger city. So depending on where I need to go in the big city, I should say 15 minutes to half an hour drive. into a larger city. I'm kind of out and very rural. To get to the local towns closest to me actually isn't too far. It's like 5 to 6 minutes maybe, which isn't bad. Oh, Australia. Well, hello from Australia. That is awesome. I'm going to tag you in the comments. How are you down in Australia? Are you guys doing okay? Are you and your family hopefully staying healthy? We're kind of lamenting about we're locked up, most of us, what they call, I've heard sheltering at home or quarantining at home. I'm not under quarantine. Nobody in our house is sick, but we're basically not allowed to go a whole lot of places. Stuck at home is what I call it. Or on lockdown, as I called it in my title, because I feel like that's what we are. Like our state and our countries are on lockdown. How are things in Australia? Hopefully you guys are doing okay. Hopefully. And if you get a chance, Ellie, can you give this a thumbs up? Would appreciate if you could. If you're not subscribed, would love it if you'd subscribe. I will definitely visit your channel. Check out your channel and give it a thumbs up. But those are some really great tips. Thank you, Jonathan, on those two potential things to use to do some editing. I will check them out. I have them here. They'll be next to my computer when I can dig into them. I don't know. I don't know what else to do as far as improving my video qualities right now. It's not like I don't want to go out. I was actually needing to replace my laptop, my personal laptop, which is right here. Oops, it's kind of stuck. It's plugged in, but I've got a Lenovo, just a cute little ThinkPad it's pretty small. It's like a little 13 or 12 or 13 incher. I like it because it's got you can use it as a tablet. It's got the touch screen. It's dusty. So I really like that, but the hardware in it, the guts of it, the processor and everything is really quite out of date. It's getting quite slow. It's got it should have plenty of RAM. I mean, it's got 8 gigabytes of RAM in it. It should be a little bit quicker than it is, and it's pretty sluggish at this point. And I just think, I looked at the processor in it is quite out of date, and I think that's the problem. It's like probably 5-6 years at this point old. So that's, I think, why it's so sluggish. Is I don't actually save a whole lot onto it. I have a standalone hard drive that I save most of my stuff to, so not progressing too badly. So, Ellie, are you down in Australia? Are you guys travel restricted or anything such as that? Where I am at, they have shut down all non-essential businesses and are asking people to stay in their homes as much as possible. So that's why I'm kind of calling it being on lockdown. We're trying to stop the spread of the virus to stay healthy. So it's been a little challenging to find things to do, especially we are going into spring up here, and the weather has not been very great lately. Been quite rainy and cloudy, full lockdown. So we're, I feel pretty fortunate. They will still let us get out to move about, get some fresh air. We just have to be, physically distancing ourselves from others. And I was mentioning earlier in the stream, I'm a runner, so I've gone out and done some runs, and most people seem to be doing a very good job of keeping quite a distance from each other when they're out and about. Obviously, you see, husbands and wives walking together. They're not going to distance themselves if they live in the same house, or parents with children. But as far as like when you come upon a stranger when we're out on a walking path, everybody has been really good about staying well away from each other. So I know there's people out there that are being stupid, but I feel pretty good about the people I've come across have all been really smart about, giving each other a real wide distance. So hopefully people are staying fairly smart. You can't find the thumbs up button. Depends, I guess, on whether you're on a computer or on a cell phone, but it's usually like right above the title in the description and kind of below the screen, the video screen. I guess it depends on how you do that. So my channel is under review at some point to become monetized, and it has been for a couple weeks. And I used to get all excited and would get up and would log in the morning to see if I had any news, and now I don't even check. It's been a couple of weeks, and YouTube has already put out information that everything as far as that monetization is going to take a lot longer. There's it's going to be over a month to get all channels reviewed. They're don't expect anything quick, so I don't even check very often anymore. I just figure, what's the point? Nothing changes at this point. So I have a piece of hair flying out from under my hat and tickling my eye. So yeah, it's kind of sad. You're a noob in this live stream. That's all right. So I guess it's kind of weird. I just sit here and talk to you guys and read whatever you talk about or comment on in the chat, and we just chit chat about life. Often we'll ask you guys questions and see what your responses are. But a lot of people have been coming back to all my live streams that kind of know each other, and we've been kind of talking about how our weeks are going. Oh, you're going to work? Okay. That's all right. Appreciate you coming in. I really do. I'll definitely check out. If you're a creator, oh, Travel Man for sure. Yeah, all of us. Are you a creator, Ellie? Should we check out your channel and subscribe to you? Or, because I can actually probably bring you up right now. I got my, I've got my another browser open over here. I can get my mouse to function. I wonder if I need a new battery. Actually, I need new batteries in my mouse. I got a wireless mouse. And I have a feeling that my batteries are starting to die. It's not too responsive. There we go. Come on, computer. Oh, she popped off. Well, appreciated her. I will do a quick comment. I will leave her a comment. Australia, that's pretty neat to talk to people all over the world. See how everybody's doing. Not sure who else still's on here. We've got 3. I'm guessing, Jonathan, you're on. Jeremiah hasn't popped back in yet, so not sure if he will. Not sure if Connor is sleeping or if he's popping in and out. Okay, here's my thing. If I could get, yeah, I definitely gonna have to get new batteries for my mouse. It's, come on. Ooh. It was a really loud bang. I wonder if we're getting thunderstorms again. I'll check with my phone. We actually had some pretty rip-roaring thunderstorms roll through this weekend. There actually was a tornado that touched down about almost 2 hours southwest of where I lived. I know there was a lot of tornado talk over the last almost 48 hours with the storms that were going through the U.S. Quite glad we didn't see any of that where I am at, because been there, done that, have zero interest in doing that again. One tornado hit was enough in my life. Don't need to do that again. So this is weird. I don't know why this is being so crabby. There we go. That. Wow. I don't know if it's thundering. Weird. It's hard because I'm in my office downstairs. Not getting very good. Can't quite tell what's going on upstairs. But probably we'll cut this live stream off at the 2-hour mark, which is about 25 minutes from now. If anybody's still in here, I think Jonathan's in here. That didn't work. Having trouble. Wondering what people got planned for next week. Checking my phone to see if my coworkers are messaging anything about tomorrow. Mo, are you still in here, my friend? Thanks. Man, weird noises. It must be storming outside. Hopefully I won't lose you guys. It always makes me nervous with our internet connection when it's storming outside. You never know. You just never know living out in the country. It kind of sounds like it's thundering out again. I don't know. Sometimes the really, really heavy rain can affect our internet, so I'll try to, I'm not streaming anybody's videos, not downloading anything, so it's just a live stream going right now, and looking at stuff on my channel dashboard, which is pretty fun to look at, the live stream. Be neat if I had more like analytics available here. But it doesn't do that. Oh, maybe it will. Let me see if it'll give me any analytics here on a different screen. Yeah. Pretty much tells me the same stuff that my screen here tells me. Oh man, it is thundering out there. That's crazy. Big time storms. Because that's what we need after 2 days of storming, is more storms. But Jonathan, you still here? I'm wondering if I should just go ahead and shut this down for the evening. I know it says I've got a couple people in here, but everybody's pretty quiet. So I'm guessing everybody is doing their thing. All right, guys, maybe I will cut this short at the 1 hour, 45 minute mark, which will be in 6 minutes. Oh, I think I might do that. It's been a good weekend other than the rain, but work calls again in the morning, so I don't want to take this live stream too late into my evening. I hope everybody is staying healthy and is finding things to do. I actually have a few more videos I need to make for my channel, but my concern is how I'm going to have to do that, because this space here used to be where I made my videos, and now it is my office. Oh, hey, Daisy. Welcome. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for joining. I was thinking I might be ending this soon because it got real quiet in here. just saying, I've got a couple of videos I need to make, but this area that used to be where I would make my videos, I had to turn it into my office. And so I'm trying to figure out, I think I can kind of still do it. I might have to like shove some of my office stuff out of the way. I still have my ring lights. They're sort of in a different spot, but I could make that work. I have a monitor here and I have a monitor here. I could probably shove them back out of the way a little bit. Thank you, darling. But that's kind of been part of the problem with me trying to figure out how to make new video is my video making space is now my office. And it's kind of, I don't know, it's going to be a challenge. I think I can do it though. Right? Well, I feel fortunate I can work from home. I feel fortunate to be employed. So many people are not right now. I feel very fortunate. I'm tagging you in my comments. I do feel fortunate about that, but I just, the unexpected happens in life and you got to kind of roll with it. And I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do this, but I think I've got an idea. I think make it look pretty normal. And this isn't a really great area for me to make videos either, but I really don't have anywhere that is quiet other than our this area is kind of like there's a TV over here, which would be that way. And then there's, it's just kind of it's almost like a den. So it's nice because it's generally quiet. It makes it for me to be able to come and escape and make my videos without getting interrupted. But now it's my office and yeah, it's a little more challenging. Oh, you're so sweet, joining. How are you doing? How are you guys doing? You okay? I mean, I kind of feel like I've got to ask everybody if they're okay these days because it's such a big question mark with what's going on in the world right now. I don't remember where you're at. Where are you located again? And you don't have to be super specific, but we've had somebody in earlier from India. We had someone in earlier from Australia. We had someone in earlier from the UK. So it was kind of interesting to check on people in the world and see how they're doing. I'm a little concerned. Our friend Ihor has been missing for over a week and he was in Italy and I'm concerned that he is okay. Because he was a regular in my live streams and has disappeared for a week, and I hope he's okay. Glad to know you're okay. Were you in Japan? Temporary closed. Excuse me. I feel fortunate. I'm still employed. So fortunate. I thank my lucky stars every day. When I'm seeing everything going on in the world. So, right, that's what I thought. I remember that. That looking up your city on the map to see where in Japan you were, sort of central on one of the islands. So, yeah, I feel very fortunate. I absolutely feel very fortunate to be healthy right now and to be employed right now because there are so many people who are sick and or unemployed. So it's a pretty terrible situation. And, we're trying to make the best of it in our house here. I'm trying to help my parents. Was happy to hear my brother and his wife are still healthy. There was much concern. My brother had been traveling 2 weeks ago for his work and had been through some of the airports. And so, excuse me, was really concerned that he might have gotten in contact with, the virus. And I have not heard. He says he's doing well. Got my favorite chapstick on the planet here. It's Mango Sunrise. I love mango. But it sounds like he and his wife are doing very well. They have kind of self-quarantined because of his travel for 14 days. And I don't think that 14-day period is quite done yet. I think that might be maybe the middle of this week. So that's helpful. He might be able to help me with things with my parents, but so far he seems to be doing well. I know they're going stir crazy like the rest of us in the world are. I think they just moved into a new home over the winter. So he has a lot of projects that he was planning on doing around their new home anyway. He was doing some finishing work in their basement. So I'm sure he's able to work on that, which is definitely gives you something to do. But I know my sister-in-law said she was going a little stir crazy. And so she's trying to find things to do. Yeah, mega shout out. Thank you, Daisy. But I think everybody's kind of doing the same thing. We're trying to figure out what to do with ourselves being at home all the time. So, God, I have a tickle in the back of my throat. Probably left over from sneezing earlier. But yeah, so far, knock on wood, even my extended family seems to be okay. My sister-in-law, my husband's sister, is actually in quarantine right now. One of her coworkers was diagnosed with the virus and actually passed away. So because they were in close contact, she is on full quarantine. So we are obviously quite concerned for her, but as of right now, she's healthy. And I hope that continues. She actually thinks she might have had it a month ago because she apparently was quite ill a month ago. And so anyway, we're not sure. We're just hoping right now that she doesn't get it if she hasn't already had it. So that is our family member we are most concerned about right now. But so far she's doing well. So knock on wood that, yeah, it gets real scary when it gets real personal like that to somebody that close in your family gets put into quarantine because someone they worked closely with passed away from the virus. It's totally scary. So she's a strong lady. So, whether she had it or not, we're not sure. I a little bit unsure of what the testing plans are for her. I'm not entirely convinced that I understand entirely what's going on with her. If they are, I don't know if she was tested and they're waiting for results, or if she's just on quarantine and they won't test her unless she gets sick, because where we're at, the number of testing kits available is so low. So I think what I understand the situation is that they have put her in home quarantine, just stay at home, don't leave your house. And then kind of, if you start to develop symptoms, to let the health departments know. But I might have lost that in the translation from what the husband told me. So I'm a little unclear on that. So he was on the phone with her for a long time, and I didn't want to butt into any of that. He just kind of filled me in when they got off the phone. So they got like dust bunnies on my hand for my computer. I didn't realize the bottom of my personal computer was so dusty. I feel like I just blew it out not that long ago, but the fan intake was really dusty. So it left a little dust bunny on my arm. Anyway, so yeah, it's I mentioned earlier in the stream, I did go meet a friend of mine to go running. It's pretty funny because we enjoy running together, but obviously we are under requirements to stay, everybody's supposed to be physically distancing. So we do a pretty good job of that. We found a park where we can run. It's a really, really huge place with a really huge parking lot. It's like a big concert hall type venue, and they have like massively huge parking lots. So we run around their parking lot, just a couple of laps around their parking lots, and then that gets our mileage in. So we can stay 12 feet away from each other and run and still talk to each other and hear each other while we run, but we're still like way far away from each other. So it works out really well in this situation with being required to stay away from each other. So we were talking, it seems like every time we run now, we talk nothing else but this virus situation. And I said to her, she's like, I don't remember what the conversation, how it got on it, but she's like, I'm not really worried about myself getting it. And I said, well, why is that? Because I said, you're even seeing stories in the news of very young, healthy people getting very, very sick and ending up in the intensive care and either barely making it or dying from it, just as much as, some elderly people. And, I said, I know that we're fairly healthy, obviously, as runners, but I said, it still doesn't mean, I said, I've seen countless stories of people with family members healthy young family members who are in intensive care on ventilators because of this virus. And I said, do you think it's because you don't know anybody who has the virus yet? You haven't got anybody in your circle of friends and family that have contracted it? And she goes, yes. She goes, that's probably why it really hasn't hit home. I don't know anybody, she said, personally that has the virus. And I said, well, I said, I get that, because it didn't really hit home for us. The first person that my family knew that contracted the virus was actually friends of my parents. So more of an acquaintance for me, but family friend for sure. But, it's more of my parents' friends, and he contracted the virus. Being older, it was a real concern, but from what we can understand, he's doing well with it. And then, of course, now my sister-in-law, my husband's sister, being in quarantine, she apparently currently doesn't have it, but we don't know if she has it and just isn't sick yet in that incubation period, or has it and just isn't getting ill from it, or she was quite sick a month ago. Maybe she's already had it. We don't really know. But once you actually can put a face and a name to somebody that has it, it really starts to hit home, and it makes it even more real. It seems very surreal when you don't know anybody and all you see is the news articles around the world. People have it. But once you find out somebody that has it, it makes it so much scarier on so many levels. So I don't know. I feel I'm fairly healthy, but I don't know of any underlying disease that would cause me to be violently sick if I got this. But you hear about that a lot. You hear about young people passing away with no known underlying health conditions, and they succumb to this. So I don't want to get it. I don't want to test my immune system and my lung capacity. I'm a runner. I would like to actually be able to still run. You need to have your lungs to be able to exercise. So it does scare me. Hey, Gio, how you doing, bud? Thanks for dropping in. I hope you are staying healthy, my friend. I hope you are well and doing as best you can in the current situation in the world. Was just talking. I actually know we've got a friend who we know is confirmed with the virus, a family friend of my parents, but my sister-in-law is in quarantine because her coworker died from the virus. So she is on mandatory quarantine because she may have been exposed. And I was just saying that nothing hits home more real than when someone you know or love is suddenly diagnosed or potentially could have this disease. It just makes it so much more real. It's pretty real considering everybody in the world is fighting it right now, and it's global and it's affecting pretty much everybody. But it really makes it real when you can put somebody you know and love, their face on the label of it, and go, oh my God, I could lose this person that I know to it. So it's a little scary. Makes things way scarier than they already are. So I'm glad to hear you're doing well, Gio. I'm actually thinking I might pop out of this. Daisy, I'm not sure how long you can hang in here. We're at, yeah, thank you, ma'am. we're getting closing in on 2 hours, and I don't want to take this one too late into the evening because I do have to work. But if you guys are, yeah, hey, that's awesome. That's awesome, Gio. I was actually trying to get some better options for editing my videos. I've probably mentioned before, I generally edit them on my phone with Kinemaster. And I'm kind of getting tired of using that. So I got a couple of recommendations on other things to try. I don't have the greatest internet here, so I'm a little nervous about trying an online video editing because it takes me forever to upload videos to YouTube, let alone trying to upload them to an editing site. So, yes, thanks, Daisy. Yeah. Thanks for stopping in, Daisy, so much. Appreciate. Yep. So yeah, Gio, I'm using Kinemaster. I've been using the subscription, so I do pay their monthly subscription fee, but I'm finding it's quite limiting in what it can do, which has been a little disappointing. So I kind of wanted to try a couple other options. Maybe the free version before I start paying like for a subscription like I do with Kinemaster. And I'm going to have to log into my Google Play Store to find out when my subscription rolls to figure out whether I'm ready to do it. But so Adobe Premiere Pro, are you doing that on your phone? Is that an app you're using on your phone, right? Or do you have it on a PC or a laptop? Because I'm curious about that. Because I know Adobe Premiere is pretty awesome. I should look into that and see. PC for your intro. Okay. So I even hate to ask. I know, because I know Adobe is expensive. That's why I kind of like doing the subscription until I found something I really want. Was it hard to learn? Was it hard to learn how to use it? Because I know Photoshop, like I've looked at Photoshop, that takes a lot of time to learn how to use that, and I'm concerned. No, Gio, I need to do that. I need to pop on. We've had storms all weekend, which was a little limiting on what I could do online this weekend. With we had some pretty wicked storms roll through. I was mentioning earlier there was a tornado touchdown. At least luckily far enough away from me. It was about an hour and a half away from me in the state I live in, but we still were getting affected by those pretty nasty storms. So I was not doing a lot on my computers. There was a lot of lightning, high winds, and we were a little concerned about the weather. I live out in the country. I get a little concerned about lightning strikes and damaging equipment. So when we were getting some of the storms, I just had everything shut down and unplugged because we have had stuff get damaged by lightning before, so we're a little careful about that. But I will check them out, Gio. So was it hard to learn how to use the Adobe Premiere? I mean, I assume they just go on YouTube and probably see some pretty awesome videos. I'm sure there's a bunch of them on how to use it, and I'm concerned about the expense of using it too. Let me take a gander. I'm going on your, oh, nice. Score, Gio, that's freaking awesome. All right, so which one should I look at first, Gio? I'm going to go with the shorter one, the 1 hour and 2 minute, almost 3 minute video. I'll have to watch it at a later date, but I'm pulling up your Harley gameplay. Power of Pink Tea-Bag. Wow, nice. That is freaking awesome. That is so cool. So you did that intro. That is freaking sweet. So how long did it take you to do your intro? Because that was awesome. I like that. That's the Harley gameplay video. that I'm watching. That's pretty sweet. I need to do better. I don't really have much in the way of intros. I usually just use like a different version of my thumbnail and then just get right into my video. I'm trying to figure out what to do for a channel, you know. I need to do a channel intro video, but also just for like an intro to all my videos. I'm a little stuck on how I want to do that. I've got some thoughts in my head, but there's nothing in there that I'm like, yes, that's perfect. Let's go with that. So 30 minutes, not bad. So do they provide a lot of like the free graphics and stuff? That you're able, I mean, obviously you upload some of those images yourself. But I'm assuming that there's some simple basic stuff that's included. Graphics library or something like that. That's pretty sweet. I need to look at that. I'm looking on my phone right now just to see what's. Well, there's the Adobe Premiere Rush video editor, but it looks like pretty terrible reviews. I've heard, Gio, have you heard anything about Power Director? I've heard some people are using that for editing on their phones. That was going to be kind of the next one I would try as far as like something on my phone, because I've heard some pretty good stuff. Like I know I'm using Kinemaster. The other one I had heard about was Filmora Go, but I think I've heard better things about Power Director. I think I might try that one. And I don't know how good the freeware is. I'm going to download it right now and see. I'll play it this week. Because maybe that'll be a little better than Kinemaster. I don't know. I'm not impressed really right now with some of the stuff that's available in the unlocked or paid version of Kinemaster. It's just been it was great when I was starting, but now I feel like I'm wanting more. I mean, their effects and their images they're okay, but I'm just actually in it right now looking at bringing up like an old video to edit to just kind of look at some of their stuff in their library. I don't know, their library. I feel like they could be giving a lot more in their paid library than they do. It's kind of, lacking. So I find it, I don't know. I think I'm going to try the Power Director, but I might have to do what you did and break down and look at trying to get a copy of the Adobe Pro version. That's a pretty good idea. Yeah, Kinemaster, I mean, maybe it's just I'm getting bored with Kinemaster, but I do like to try out new stuff all the time. I mean, it is pretty sweet, so we'll see. I feel like it's the whole your grass is always greener on the other side of the fence scenario. Like I'm so used to using Kinemaster that I kind of take it for granted right now, and I'm kind of curious to try something new. So I'll poke around with it. Got a couple other ideas. There's an online editing thing called Canva, and then okay. It looks good. Actually, I turned down the resolution on it because obviously while I'm streaming, I've got not the best internet connection here, so I have to be careful I don't start interfering with the stream. But so I've heard about Photor online, Canva online, and then DaVinci Resolve is another one I've heard of. Obviously, the ones we were just talking about on the cell phone I already mentioned, but I definitely have a couple things to try and just look at. I don't know. Crack me up with some of the stuff in this video. Got to turn up the resolution a little bit here. It's pretty sweet. I'm going to leave you a comment, Gio. Oh, why did it ate my comment? need new batteries in my mouse for my freaking computer. Try this again. Here it goes. Power Director, Kinemaster, and Adobe Premiere Pro. Okay, that's good to know, Gio, and I appreciate that because you do such a good job with your videos. That's those are good recommendations. I definitely. I just am concerned about how much Adobe Premiere Pro might cost, especially with everything going on in the world right now. It's a little scary. But I downloaded Power Director on my phone. I'll play with that right now first, see what I think, before I look into purchasing something like the Adobe Premiere Pro. I don't know if I know anybody that has it. I would love to actually like play with it before I bought it, kind of thing. So I have to ask around with my friends. Of course, I can't go over to their house right now and check it out on their computers because you're not allowed to go anywhere. But yeah, right. You can get it online and download the crack. Sweet. Email me. Wink, wink, wink. Wouldn't mind a little more detailed information on that. That would be pretty sweet. Shoot me an email. I'd appreciate it. Well, Kinemaster is not horribly expensive per month. And I've been doing enough videos to make it worth paying for it. But if I start slowing down the amount of videos I'm making because of the fact that there's only so many videos you can make when you're stuck in your house forever, then I might not want to pay for the monthly subscription. But actually going to be publishing a video tomorrow. And I'm trying to do, I'm doing these live streams to kind of keep my channel active, but I'm trying to publish at least one video per week, more like towards what I'm aiming this channel at to kind of keep it going, since I'm in kind of that dearth period where I have no idea what's going on with YouTube. I'm in review for monetization, but it could take another 2 months before I hear anything back with this pandemic. So I don't know. Okay, Filmora is pretty complex. That's good to know because I guess I shouldn't say I don't have a lot of time to look into learning how to use it, because I kind of feel like time is all we all have sitting around our homes, but I do still say I am staying somewhat busy. So, but I think I'm going to try Power Director first. And then, I don't know, we've got at least 1 or 2 people in our groups who seem to like Photor, but I think it's online. And if it's 100% online, I don't think that would work for me because of my limited bandwidth on my internet. But otherwise, I think the Adobe Premiere Pro, that's cool. $20 for lifetime with Kinemaster. Well, that's why I almost did that, but I wasn't sure I was going to want it for forever. And like right now, I'm kind of not real excited about it at the moment. I don't know. I just feel like it could be so much better. I mean, it's $5.50 US a month. It's not like totally cheap, but I don't know. $20 for the Adobe Creative Suite. That's pretty sweet. Is that the Creative Suite? Is that part of on your PC? I feel bad. We're kind of talking about 2 different things here. Talking about apps for the phone and then apps for our computers. They've got Adobe Creative Cloud. That's kind of interesting. It's more of like a tutorial thing. You got, oh yeah, it does. That's pretty sweet. Okay. All right, that's good. Good to know. $20 for Adobe Creative Suite. That's cheap. Why do I have a feeling that I'm not going to be able to find it that cheap here in the States? I'll have to do some Googling. So that's worth it. I mean, $20 would be worth it. I would totally do that, especially if it's fairly user-friendly. I mean, I like to think of myself as at least half a nerd. I'm pretty techie. Sort of. I'm more techie than my husband, who is completely not techie. He's mechanical. He is fantastically mechanically inclined, but he's not really into the whole like nerding out with stuff on his phone. So he generally throws his phone at me and tells me to fix it. So that's cool. All right. That's pretty sweet. I'm going to check that out because that might just be like the best solution. Definitely. Part of my problem is right now, though, I need to upgrade my computer. The one I'm on here is actually my work computer. And my personal laptop is here. It's tiny. It's a little laptop. There we go. It's a ThinkPad, and it's getting pretty old, and it needs to be replaced. And if you would have told me 6 weeks ago, I would have told you I was getting a new laptop. But then the world came crashing down, and the pandemic hit, and now I don't want to spend the money on a new laptop just yet because everything in the future is so up in the air right now with life that I don't want to spend money on a new laptop right now. So someone just be careful with the links. Hey, Heather. Hey, welcome. Thank you for joining. We're talking about, Gio's giving me some really good ideas on some editing software. So yeah, Sumajix VeriSense, that's pretty scary. Well, are you talking about getting it from like a non-original source? That would worry me. Yeah, that video, your intro was awesome, Gio. That looked so cool. I just finished the one video, your newest, the Harley gameplay. The other one's an hour, so interesting. But I like it. You did such a good job on that. I want to do something that amazing as well. Untrusted sites. Yeah, I have a couple of virus things that tell me whether the sites are trusted or should be avoided. So hopefully that helps. Yeah, I would love to hear more for sure. It's pretty cool. So yeah, Heather, I was just mentioning I do my video editing just on my cell phone right now with Kinemaster. I pay the subscription. I'm getting kind of tired of it. Gio, maybe you can help me. So I have some kind of fun animation that's they're video clips. They're WMV files, Windows Media Viewer files. And Kinemaster does not recognize them. It keeps telling me that the media is unrecognized. So it's frustrating because I have these really cool clips that I want to inject. They're, like subscribe to my channel type things. I can't get Kinemaster to recognize them. So that's really been my main frustration with Kinemaster is it doesn't seem to recognize a lot of the more well-known video file types. Like WMV files are really well known. I mean, I know it's not an MP, I don't know. It's just frustrating. Yeah, that's what I thought. I was just concerned it would ruin the files. I don't know. I was just hoping that maybe I would find something I like better than Kinemaster and I wouldn't need all these different types of files to convert stuff. It's just frustrating. Do you have one you recognize or recommend? I'm just searching on WMV file converter. and see what we got that seemed to be. I'm on an Android phone, so it's got to be, you know, Google Play Store. Just something that looks well ranked. There's a couple of them out here. Video Show Enjoy has pretty good rank, 4.6 review. It's got to get a good review or I won't even consider it. Video Cutter, Video Converter, File Converter. Some of these don't have good reviews, so I'm just afraid to use them. So Gio, do you have a suggestion on a converter? This one looks good. Information Technology Limited. It's got 4.4 stars. Video converter and compressor, MP4, AVI, MOV, and MKV files. Let's see what it says. First batch video converter and compressor. Supports converting, compressing video. Looks like it supports quite a few formats. MPEGs, MP3, MP4, WMVs, WebMs. Looks pretty good. Maybe I'll try that one. Okay, let me try that. Hang on. I'm gonna get back to my. All right, I'm searching. Anyone in here you recommend? There's a whole bunch. I was looking at the one called Video Converter and Compressor from Information Technology Limited. Oh, I'm yawning. Sorry. It's getting to be sleepy time. God, there's a lot of them in here. Cartoon app to make a video, but I haven't been able to find any. They draw your life video. Oh, that'd be pretty sweet. I've got a tool, Heather, that converts images into cartoon images. I was actually playing with that earlier today, just messing around with it. But I can't find any Geo in here that are 4.5. I got one that I'm looking at that's 4.4 stars and above. I don't know. It's everything else that's the highest reviewed one I can find so far. That's kind of why I'm not real impressed. Some of these have like terrible reviews. The highest reviews on any of these that are popping up on here are 4.4. So Adobe After Effects is his suggestion, Heather. Sounds about right to me. Adobe is amazing. It's good to know that they finally stopped being like, or Adobe Macromedia. That's cool. What did I just download? I have downloaded so many apps over the weekend and in the last week to help with working at home. Okay, I'm going to try this video converter, Geo, to see if I can browse. There we go. To see if I can convert this. I will be super excited if I can. Which one do I want to convert? Let's try this one. Okay, convert. Convert to MP4. So MP4, right? Oh, Dreamweaver. Yeah, that's a great program. I had a friend that had Dreamweaver for a while. I don't know if she still does. So I probably want to go ahead and convert to MP4, right, Geo? I'm going to try it. I'm going to try converting this with this tool. Do that. Well, giving it a whirl. It's going. Says it's done. Storage emulated. Blah, blah, blah. Subscribe. Okay. All right. Let's go look at it. I'll bring up some old video in Kinemaster and just throw it on the end of something to screw around with. Let's see, media. All right, storage. Let's see if I can find it now through here. The other thing that Kinemaster's been doing is it keeps rearranging any of the folders. It took, actually, I don't think it was Kinemaster's fault. I think it was fault of, I got a update on my phone, firmware update on my phone. And it like, I had Kinemaster accessing the image file folders for all the music I have on my phone. I was like, you have got to be kidding me. That was really annoying. So I found that frustrating, but I blame that more on the Android update than on anything else. I'm trying to figure out where it put it in here now. Now I got to figure out where it stuck it so I can find it. See, like, yeah, I've got all these video folders or audio and video image folders in Kinemaster. All they are is images from my albums. I find that really frustrating. That never happened before. But that came with a update to my phone. All right, so where did they put it in here? Come on. Probably not where I'm going to be able to find it. Oh, it's frustrating. Well, it's not going to be in there. Now it's like chasing the rabbit. What hole did the rabbit go down? Not there, not there, not there. Not there. No, not in that one. Oh, for gosh sakes. Not that one. Unsupported file. That isn't it. Oh, here's the Comica thing I was screwing around with on making. Oh, I shouldn't be doing this right now. It was kind of fun. There's a Comica app that you can make, like, take images and make them into like comic images. It's kind of fun, but I don't think I'll use it enough. I think I'm probably going to delete it. I don't know. Now I can't even find the file folder. This is so annoying. Random. I'm going to have to go in on my my actual like files and move it. Not an Office Lens, not an Insta download. Is it here? Nope, that ain't it. Ooh, Pixel Lab. That'd be pretty sweet. Internal storage. Nope, that isn't it. That isn't it. File transport. Is that really it? No. See, it stuck it in some freaking folder that I'm having a heck of a time finding. Stop asking me if I want to. So let's go. Wasn't there a way to output files? Yes, this one. Where are you stored? Looks good. Looks like it converted good. Just like to know where it is on my phone. I'm trying to. It's being kind of a pain. So looks good. I'm making sure it looks good. But I'm trying to figure out where it's. I do not like this app. Trying to figure out where it stuck it. It buried it under like 12 folders. You know, it's like a subfolder of a subfolder of 15 other subfolders. Like, so completely not helpful. Yes, this one. No, I don't want to move you to a secure folder. I want to know where the hell you are. Details. Where are you? Video converter. Why am I not finding that in my... See, Kinemaster. All right, Kinemaster. I know where it is. Are you going to show it to me? No. Nope, that's not what I want either. This is why I'm frustrated with Kinemaster. All right. We're going to just move it. Like you said, I'm going under a file manager. No, don't want to go there. Weird. Not there. Not there. Not there. Okay. Finally found it. Now I'm going to move that sucker. It wants to only move it to a secure folder. God, that annoys me. Why do you have to be like this? We're going to copy you. No, I want to copy it to somewhere else. I want to move you. Not to a secure folder. Share. I'm going to share you. I'm fussing. I'm sorry. I'm fussing. It's just annoying me to no end right now. Like, so annoyed. All I want to do is move you to a different folder. You know what I need to do? I'm going to have to just plug it into my computer and move it that way because this is so annoying. God, that's irritating. Okay. It's really irritating. Really irritating. I'm just seeing if I'm missing the folder in Kinemaster here, and I don't think I am. It's just not recognizing it. God, that's annoying. This is why I don't like Kinemaster. Like, I don't need to see the images from all the music I have. Like, I've got all these. I don't need all those images. I would like the images that that I actually need to use and that I can't freaking find in here. God, that's annoying. Like, this is why I don't like Kinemaster. It's limiting. It's crap. Like, it's just too limiting. You can't find things. I'm not going to worry about it. Oh, I can get a video done in a day. I can literally shoot my video and get it edited in 24 hours if I can get everything where it needs to go. But the problem is getting it where it needs to go. Kinemaster does not, for some reason, want to access parts of my internal storage, and I don't understand why. I think that's garbage. I'm trying to figure out, like, I gave it access, obviously, to my video files. It's finding everything else in my phone, but it's just being garbage. It's frustrating. Let's go into settings. I'm looking to see if I missed something in the settings in here. Advanced and experimental settings. No, won't be doing those. Right? The only thing I could try to do is, see, it's putting everything in the Kinemaster folder, but it just wants to change it for, like, to go from one folder to another, and I don't want to do that. I want to be like, just look at the everything on the phone. I'll fight with it another night. Hey, Jeremiah. Yeah, Gio's trying to help me with some frustration I have on my phone, and I'm about ready to throw my phone against a brick wall right now. So I'm going to just put it away and not worry about it right now. So I actually probably need to talk about winding down this video at some point here, because I do need to work tomorrow, and it is getting late. It is it's 9:44 where I am right now in the evening on Sunday evening. So I don't know, Gio, you got me a little frustrated and annoyed right now with this. It's the Kinemaster frustration. And I mean, I can't plug my phone into the computer right now because last time we did that, well, I did it through my computer. I could try to access a USB port on the if I can get at it. My computer is like this docking station thing. I don't think I can physically get at the ones that are on the back side and underside of my monitors. They're pretty tucked up under there. If I can feel underneath here for one of them, I might be able to get one in. I'm just afraid it's going to mess with the audio. If I can, I don't know if I got this backwards. Maybe I'll get lucky here. I can feel it. Come on, why are you not going in? You posted your ice cream video? Is that working? Haha. Okay. I've got a YouTube cable plugged in. Is the audio and video still going okay? Last time we tried this, it was a total disaster. Let me know if I start causing problems, guys, because this could get real ugly real fast. Just plugged my phone in. Oh. Bright light. Still doing okay? All right. Here we go. All right, Gio. I'm doing it the old-fashioned way. See, I feel like it's getting grainy. You sure that I'm not screwing up this? Let me know if I'm causing problems if I'm trying to do this right now. But all right, where did we say it went? There and there. Okay, I found my folder and I'm copying this sucker and I'm moving it. Put it in here. I don't want to do there. Ooh. I think I made you mod, Jeremiah. We are going to put this. Nope, don't want to put there. You guys still with me? No, I don't like any of those places. I'm gonna have to clean off my card. Ooh. Okay, I know where I'm gonna put it. Right here. Hoping this works. You guys still there? Nobody's answering me, and I'm nervous I blew up my computer. Nobody's answering me. I'm scared. Okay, thank you. Does it sound okay? I'm like killing my, okay, thank you. Trying to copy over and move it, Gio. I don't know if this is working though. Trying to move this exported. It's being garbage. Let's try this again. I know what I'm going to do. I am going to put it on my computer and then from the computer move it back onto my phone because it does not appreciate me trying to do it any other way. All right, got it there. The chroma effect, yeah. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so I'm going to put it into here. So I need another browser window. I'm trying. I'll be super excited if I can get this to work. Oh, come on. Why you gotta be like that? Why you gotta be like that? Crabby computer. Okay. All right. It says it worked. I'm going to unplug my phone. We're going to go into Kinemaster. I'm going to pray to the Kinemaster God that this works. It's just a test. We're going to add this media. I know where I put it. I just got to find it now. Oh, look at that. Geo. Error, encoding error, but it stuck it in there. So why does it do that? Okay, I'm going to see if this works. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Woo, it's loud. Hey, it worked. So it gave me an encoding error, Geo, but it did add it into the end of the video. Is that normal? Looks good. I'm optimistic. Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea. It's frustrating. It's very frustrating. Very frustrating. Yeah, Jeremiah, you ask for moderator and then you disappear on me. I see how you are. So do you normally get that, Geo and Kindmaster, the encoding error message? That just concerns me. It worked. It put it on there and it looked good. So that's cool. I mean, I'm actually cautiously optimistic now. Maybe I'll give Kindmaster a little longer. Yeah, like a transition, you mean? Do you mean like a transition? Is that what you mean? I don't know what you mean by blending effect. Like a transition? Because I do transitions usually in my videos. I'm just looking to see. I'm trying to remember what I've uploaded. I have all these projects that I need to. So I did that one. Okay. And I think I did that one. Did I do this one already? Isn't that awful? I don't even remember what I've uploaded. Because I've got a whole bunch I'm holding back because I'm hoping to get monetized. Maybe I didn't do this one. Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah, I did that one already. I'll have to. I've got a new one to make. So I've actually got some raw video footage. Let's make a new project. Go in and find it. Where is it? There it is. All right. All right. I'm just going to throw it in here for temporary. So here, okay, so Geo, here's what it says. Encoding warning. There's a problem with the way this video clip is encoded. This will not affect the quality, but when exporting or sharing, it may cause problems when editing or previewing the project or using the split or trim features. Average IDR interval is too large. Oh, the blending. Hang on here, video. You mean the fade in, fade out? This is where I'm at. Hang on. Editing. That's weird. There's fade in, fade out, but I don't know. So that's okay. All right. So it's not going to like export looking like garbage because that's annoying. Because it's pretty cool. I sent this one to Jeremiah to use and he used it on his videos and I was like, man, I'm wanting to use it. Oh, well, I pay for the freaking subscription. Is that not the pro version? Why would I want to be paying for the subscription version if I don't get all the cool stuff. That's annoying. God, that's annoying. I see, it makes me hate Kinemaster even more. That makes me grumpy. Why they got to be like that? So my renewal on Kinemaster actually comes up this week. So I got to decide what I want. Maybe we'll try Power Director. God, that's frustrating. Oh, well. Appreciate you helping me get this going. Now I can play with this a little bit more. But it did work. It did put it in the beginning. I just threw it in the beginning of my video to try it. And the funny thing is I think I added the wrong video footage. Oh, it's been a long weekend. Okay, so that was not the video to add. That was the video to add. There it is. I think. Yes, thank you, Gio. Appreciate it. You got some amazing tips. Oh, don't you love it when you are editing your raw video and you're seeing all your stuff that you should save for like a blooper reel? I've got it. I delete a lot of it, but I'm like, I could make the funniest blooper reel because I'm like, in a lot of my videos. That's funny. All right. Well, cool. Thanks, Gio. Appreciate the tips. You are awesome. Hopefully this isn't interfering with sound. Sorry, I just dropped something. I'm trying to get this USB cable out of the way. Add some memes. See, you guys do that down. I know that like they do it in the Philippines. I kind of did that when I first started doing videos, and I got some like people who were like, "Why are you doing that on your videos?" And so I kind of quit doing that because they do have some cool effects and funny stuff. I could download some memes. My favorite memes are my little man. I do the child. Oops. I really love me some child. The Baby Yoda. Love me some Baby Yoda. Or the child, as he was called in The Mandalorian. It would be so much fun to get some animated, some cool animation to add into my videos of like the child from The Mandalorian. I'd be all over that. Yes, Jeremiah, I am obsessed with the child from The Mandalorian, or Baby Yoda, whatever people want to call him. He's so freaking adorable. Well, you have a good night, Jeremiah, because I'm sure before you get back, I will probably be cutting this one off. So have a good night, bud. Appreciate you popping back and forth in here, Jeremiah. And we'll see you in the next. That's all right. Hey, that's funny, Gio. Oh, that's funny. So you do some voiceovers, or do you add in like clips of the chipmunks? It cracks me up. Oh, I'm trying to think of all the weird apps I've been using. What was I on? Oh, I was in Comica. That was the one that I was going to mention with Heather. Let's see. So let's go into... Oh, I was going to do some screen grabs. So I did a screen grab to do like for my thumbnail to use an eraser. So I've got that's a screen grab from one of my videos. That's funny. So you can do like cartoon. So this is, I don't know if you guys can see this because of the glare. That's the cartoon version. There was one that I thought, this one isn't too bad. No, I don't like that one. Let's see. Where was the one that was good? Marker new. I think the cartoon one was the best, but it kind of looks like garbage. Too much monkeying around with it, but I'm probably going to get rid of that. It's called Comica, and I think it's kind of cheesy. Right? Photoshop. Yeah, that'd be nice. Once again, that'd be a nice program to have. I don't think my current laptop would support Photoshop. And I don't know how well it works on the phone. I'm going to get rid of that Comica thing because it's kind of stupid. Have you tried that on your phone? Because at this point, I don't really want to buy anything for my laptop. Really is struggling. I just don't think. I don't think it would work real well. Getting rid of that comics thing. Pixel Lab for phone. Okay. I'll try that. I'm going to get rid of some of the garbage that I've got installed that I like. So I have a couple of thumbnail apps. 2 of them are called the same thing, Thumbnail Maker. One's Thumbnail Maker for Android, whatever. I really only use one of them, and so I think I will keep that one and then try your Pixel Lab. I'm actually going to go uninstall some of these. I have too much stuff on my phone. It starts to get full, especially when you start putting all your videos on here. I have to periodically move them off onto my backup drive. Let's see. There's Kinemaster. I've got Photo Editor Pro. Not a huge fan of that. I probably haven't messed around with it enough. This one. I am uninstalling that puppy because I don't like it. You know, and I know everybody says it's called Ultimate Thumbnail Maker. I haven't used that one. I don't like it. Uninstalling that one. Oh, shoot. What was the one I was going to ask you about, Geo? Where'd it go? God. I have a lot of stuff on here I don't use very often. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, Photo Editor Pro. It's by InShot. I don't know if you can see that. That was the one. It's more of like, I think this is more of an Instagram type thing than anything. Not sure that I've even want to try this. Just going to get rid of it. I'm going to uninstall it, and I'm going to look for Pixel Lab. Thanks, Geo. You're like a rock star on all this. Pixel Lab. Oop. Help if I spell it right. Pixel Lab. It does. It looks like it, but it wasn't. Okay. So let me see if this looks correct to you. Does that look right? Text on pictures? I don't think that's right. Pixel Lab text on pictures. Is that correct? I don't know. To be honest, I think they rip each other off. Okay, that is it. Okay. We're going to try it. It's installing. You got an app for just about everything. Ooh, watermark. I need to make, Geo, I need to make my little watermark. Any suggestions on that? Because it has to be, they want it to be on a transparent background. I think I know what I want to do, but I probably can just do it in eraser. Okay, so we're going to open this. Ooh, fancy. All right, Geo, I'm playing with it. Ooh, look at all this. So where do you set the size of your, oh, man. Ah, tutorials. Oh, takes you to YouTube. Of course it does. I'm monkeying with it. It's got layers. You ever used GIMP? Have you ever used GIMP? It's freeware on your computer. You can download it anywhere. It's freeware. That's a pretty good one. I actually thought about just using GIMP. I've actually got it on my work computer. It's pretty sweet. Whoa. This is pretty cool. All right. I will mess with that later. That's pretty sweet, Gio. Appreciate. So, not sure who else still in here. It looks like there's just 3 at this point. But I really appreciate all the help, Gio. This is freaking awesome. Definitely will be a learning curve on some of this stuff, but I will give it a whirl. Got a couple of cool leads on some software. The Adobe Premiere Pro is definitely something I'd be really interested in, but I don't know. I mean, I don't have, my laptop's too old. I can't install it on my work one. So that might have to be like a future on a wish list type thing for when I get a better laptop. And I'm really, of course, you know, I want like the nicest laptop I can get for when I get one, because this one I got it off woot.com and I knew it was going to be outdated. I got it like 2 or 3 years ago, 2 years ago. And I knew it would become fairly outdated. It was already at that point older technology, but I love the small size on it because it's only like a 13-inch. And I love that it's, you know, it's like you can make it into a tablet. So I really do like it, but it is, you know, it's running dry on its lifespan. So that's what it is. So that's the thing. This is 8 gigabytes of RAM. This I upgrade. So it came with 4 and it had an extra slot. So I ordered an extra RAM card. So it's got 8 gigs of RAM on it and it is still a beast. The processor is just old. It's like a 6-year-old processor on it. So it's old. I mean, it needs to be retired. It's unfortunate, but it's still a nice machine. I could probably give it to my mom to use for reading emails or something, but it's just so sluggish. It's like dual processor. It's got 8 gigs of RAM and it's SSD. So it's on Windows 10. So it's pretty upgraded, but yeah, I mean, it does not do well. I mean, you know what we do in the groups, right? And it just, this thing here, like, does have a lot more RAM. It's got twice as much RAM. This laptop here for work's got twice as much RAM. It's a lot zippier, but this one just lags. And I just think it's the processor is just out of date. It's like a 6-year-old processor in it. So I knew it was an older processor when I bought it, but I mean, that laptop, all it cost me, including upgrading and adding more RAM, it was less than $300. So I knew it wasn't a huge investment. So I kind of knew it was only going to last me a few years. And so, I mean, it's still good for doing certain things. It just drives me crazy. Now that I'm getting, you know, I'm clearly way more into this YouTube thing. The fact that it's so sluggish drives me crazy. So yeah, I mean, it's got, I'm trying to think of what it's got in it. I don't know if it's got it when I flip it open, if it tells it's probably Intel or something on it. Trying to open it up without like dropping everything. Hang on a sec. Get my lap here. Okay, so it has, yeah, I can't remember. It's Intel. It's got the Intel thing on it, and I'm trying to remember what it's got in here. Like I don't remember. It's old though. It's just an old processor, so it's very limited. So it's got it's got an SSD card, which is nice and fast. And I think, to be honest with you, it really slowed down when it did the Windows updating. It's on Windows 10, and I think that's such a heavy program. It's a touch screen. I do love the fact it's a touch screen laptop because you can make it into a tablet. I mean, I love that. It's one of the reasons why I bought it, because I'm like, this is awesome for under $300 to get a PC or a laptop you can flip and make into a laptop. It's so awesome. I find myself, when I'm using it a lot, like on the weekends, and I'm typing and I'm touching the screen and I'm typing and I'm touching the screen, I get to work on my laptop at work, and I'm like, I find myself trying to touch on the screen at work, and it's not a touch screen, and it drives me crazy. So, yeah, but well, guys, I think I will go ahead and plan on cutting this off in about 5 minutes. I just wanted to let you know, Gio, I totally appreciate picking your brain. You gave me so much good information. I freaking love it. I want a new laptop so bad, but I think considering everything that's going on in the world right now, I just need to sit on my hands and wait. And I don't know, when do maybe you know, Gio, when does the new tech come out? Because when I do get a new laptop, I don't want to buy something that's got older technology in it. So, I mean, I don't want to be spending tons and tons of money, but I don't want to buy something that when you finally get your hands on it, it's already got out of date technology in it. So that's going to be the challenge, is because when you buy newer technology, it's expensive. So I may not want to buy like the most released, newest, fanciest out there, but I'm going to want like something real close to that. So I don't know when they usually come out with that stuff, but I'll have to harass our IT people at work and pick their brains. To be honest with you, I'm on this one that I am on is a 7th generation Intel i5, Core i5 on it. And I think this one is an i7 behind me, but it's an older one. This one says 7th generation. It's much faster. So I don't know. But anyway, Gio, totally gonna do a shout out to you. You're freaking awesome. Put a shout out in the comments to you. You helped me so much on a whole bunch of things, and I have a whole bunch of homework now and some stuff to try. So, it didn't publish. There it goes. Crabby computer. So anyway, thanks, Gio. Appreciate all your help. I hope you are staying healthy and, not going too stir crazy where you're at. I will catch you in some of the forums and things, and I'm sure I'll catch you on another live stream. So I'm impressed with your graphics editing. I totally loved the intro on your video. That was awesome. And you gave me something to aspire to learn how to do. Yeah, for sure. First thing I got to do is get less crabby about Kinemaster. Who knows? Maybe I'll really like Power Director and just use that. But yeah, you got awesome ideas. I love it. I appreciate it. I love talking to people who like I said, I like dipping. I guess I would say I like dipping my toe in the being techie, but I'm not like uber techie. So I like a good challenge, but I don't want to be totally overwhelmed by it. So pretty cool stuff. Appreciate it so much. So you don't want to live stream YouTube for now? Yeah. Hey, there you go. That's pretty sweet. Makes more sense, I think, for your type of channel, gaming, for sure. But maybe I will see you if I can pop in and do another live stream. Maybe you can pop in. I appreciate it. But I'm going to go ahead and say goodnight. Not sure if Heather's still out there, who's still out there. I know Jeremiah headed out. So I'm not sure if anybody else, I know a couple of people had popped in and out. So anybody that's listening in the background, appreciate you guys so much stopping in on my live stream. But we are coming up on the 3-hour mark, and I'm gonna call that a night for myself. It's Sunday night. It's late here. And hope everybody's healthy. Appreciate everybody so much for stopping in. And I will see you guys on the next video or live stream, right? Okay, so bye, guys. Thanks, Gio. Bye. Appreciate your help so much, my friend. I really do. So take care of yourself. I will see you on the flip side. Good night.